This video will not be for all. Not everybody's going to agree. A lot of people will disagree, but I'm going to give you guys some things that have helped me, and I'm going to speak some facts today. So I get asked this question a few times a week, sometimes almost in every video when I'm talking about DoorDash AR. I got asked it last night on the Sunday live show, and it's a great question. I had an answer last night, but if you missed it, I'm going to break it down in this standalone video. If you are a DoorDash driver, and especially if you're new, you're going to want to watch this video. Let's talk. So my name is Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Nah, call me Mr.BetonYou. Listen, I've been doing DoorDash for about 3 years now, okay? And the platform has definitely changed. We've talked about this here on this channel. Other people talk about it. And your experience is going to vary based on your market. And if you're part-time, full-time, and you're going to have a unique experience. However, one thing that a lot of people ask me is, Pedro, how do you keep your AR above 70%? I'm going to talk about that today. Now, for me, I'm in a diamond zone, so it's telling me about the priority. If you're 50% or more, you guys can relate to that if you're in a diamond zone. First priority, if you're 70% or more, you can relate to that if you're in a diamond zone. Also, the Dash Now option is going to be very important to a lot of people, especially with the upcoming weeks coming up, and actually the upcoming months, because once we get to January, it will slow down, and it might be hard for you to be able to Dash Now when other people that are top dashers or have a 70% or whatever are able to. That might block you from making money. So I'm going to give you 3, 4, 5 things you can do to keep the AR higher. It makes it a little easier for you so you don't feel like you got to take trash, because we do not take trash on this channel. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is, obviously, you have to close your eyes while you're listening listening to this video. What is my marketplace like? When do I usually see a lot of trash orders? And we've been doing this for several weeks, several months, or several years. You know that. Now, for me, I'm going to tell you my time. Now, if you're new, you're going to have to learn that. But in most markets, this time will be true. Will be very, very, very true. Once lunch is over, the influx of orders will go down that are good. And once you get to about, I would say 3 o'clock in most markets, okay? Maybe 2 o'clock in some markets. We'll call it 2 to 4:30. That 2.5 hours on DoorDash, you're going to see a lot more trash usually than any other time. Now, why, might you ask? Really, it's simple. Historically, you're not going to see a lot of larger subtotals, so the tips or no tips is going to be harder to come by during that time. A lot of people that are going to be ordering on a platform at that time, right? They're ordering single meals, maybe 2 things from McDonald's, and there's no tip or there's a low tip, and those orders are trash and you're not taking them and you're declining them. So you want to keep your app either off during that time and work another app, or that might be a time where you do the earn by time. Now, I don't recommend earn by time for large periods of time. I do not. Okay, but it is giving you a guarantee. And if there's any kind of peak pay, the guarantee for being active on the app, accepting orders, could be really good. And you're going to deliver some clowns, okay? But your AR will go up. It's an easy, natural way for it to go up, because you're just, hey, I'm getting this guaranteed $15, $20, $19, whatever it is in your market, and I'm going to make these deliveries. And some hours I'm going to hit that, and some hours I'm going to be more than that. And that's a really easy way. It takes the guessing out of it. You do get 1 decline per hour. In some markets, I think it's 2. Do that if you think you need to get your AR up, if you need to be out during those times. Or, like I said, the first tip, you turn the app off during that time. You're doing Instacart, you're doing Uber, you're doing something else, or you're going home and working on something else and coming back out when it's peak time, when it's dinner time, when it's lunchtime, whatever, when there's a peak pay, so that the orders you see have a higher valuation. From 2 to 4:30 in your market, most of the time you're going to see more trash than you do at any other time of the day. Stay away from that time period. So the next tip is something that came from my girlfriend Madison. She worked out a couple hours yesterday on Sunday. I don't work Sundays. She was out. She wanted to make some money. I was like, okay. Boom. She goes out. She goes, man. She told her, I know you said I should try to keep that AR above 70, but I'm at like 65 because I went to Papa John's and I kept, like, the first 2 times I went, she had to unassign them. We'll get into that in a minute. And, like, I don't want to go back there anymore, but they keep sending me orders, but I'm declining them. I said, pause your app, turn off your app, whichever, get out of that area. Leave that Papa John's. Don't be close to it. Now, they might still send you an order, but proximity is important. So in your market, if you know there's merchants that you don't like, this McDonald's, this Papa John's, or you went there earlier, an hour before it, and you had to drop it. Don't stay around that area. Because if you know that area historically is bad with merchants for whatever reason, okay, and you don't want to have to decline them, pause your app, drive a mile, 2 or whatever down the road to another area, okay? Sitting in a parking lot of a Papa John's when you know you want to decline them for whatever reason is not going to help your AR. Go to an area where you know historically you like to get good orders, you do get good orders, you like to do business with that merchant. Be closer to that place than the trash place. Third thing, now you're gonna go where the app takes you. As long as it's not leaving you in a bad spot, that's cool. But if you happen to take a really good order, let's say it's $15, but it's taking you a few miles out of the zone or an area you don't historically like to be in, pause your app so that the app's not sending you orders. So that you don't feel like you have to decline them, pause the app and go to a spot you want to be. Especially when it takes you to a part of the city that you don't want to be in and you know you're going to decline, pause your app or turn it off if you have that option to dash now. Now this next one's key. Follow along. If you aren't using your red card, I know I talk about it, you need to. The cash flow is good on them. What it's also going to do is historically on most red card shopping pays, you're going to spend a little more time facilitating that order. If you're spending more time on an order that's worth your time and money because you took it for that reason, right? The app's not going to send you trash. So if you're sitting around and you like to do a lot of short runs and you're waiting for these runs that take you 15, 20 minutes, which is fine. If you're sitting around and you're trying to do 3 orders an hour, you're going to have the app on more, so they're going to send you possibly more trash that you have to decline. If you do more shopping pays and historically you're spending 30 to 45 minutes on an order, but you're getting paid more, your app isn't on to where it's going to send you as much. I hope that makes sense. Start focusing on the shopping pays to have the good cash flow so that when you complete that order, you're actually on, the app is on less amount of time, right? That you're not doing something so it can't send you as much crap. I hope that makes sense, but that's been a game changer for me, right? Doing valuations that have a higher subtotal in base pay and tips that allows me to be more active on the app. So when I'm active, they're not trying to send me stacks. And usually you're not going to get a stack. Very rare you're going to get an add-on on a shopping pay. But you'll get add-ons that are both good and bad, right? While you're on one that you have to decline, and therefore your AR will go down. And we touched base on this one a little bit, but look at this here. If I would have been out Sunday, which was yesterday, I'm getting some really decent guaranteed pay in my market. Really decent guaranteed pay with the earn by time. Now, if you just go out for a particular 2-hour, 3-hour shift when there's a decent peak pay and say, you know what, I'm going to take most of what I see on the earn by time. As long as it's not crazy, I'm taking it. I got my one decline. Your AR is going to go up pretty quick. You're getting some guaranteed money pay. You're getting paid to wait, okay? And your AR is going to go up because you're just accepting that stuff. And you're getting a guaranteed amount. Now, so when there's a good peak pay, whether you're doing earn by offer or earn by time, don't be so choosy to where you're actually making $0 in your car and your AR is going down, right? You could be selective still, but smart, right? Smart, selectively smart, okay? So if you're usually, I got to get $2 or $3 per mile. Hey, so if you see a $9 run going 7 miles, it's like, oh, that's too many miles. Yeah, I hear you, but the cash flow is decent. Listen, if you feel you need to get the AR up, be willing to compromise situationally and be smart selectively. So in short, take advantage of your peak pays, your earn by time model. A lot of drivers tell me they do the earn by time towards the end of the month. They do it for a day or 2 or a few hours here and there, and it gets their AR higher, right? Don't be afraid to use that red card, shop and pay, accept some of those orders. The more you do, the better offers they send you. I've been seeing it. I've shown you guys that. Plus, you are more active. And when you're active, they can't send you trash to try to get you to be active, and you've got decent cash flow. Hope that part makes sense. And don't be afraid to pause or turn that app off, and don't stay around stores that in your market historically, it sends you trash from that store and you don't want to go there. Try not to be close to those places. because they might send you 4 or 5 in a row that are trash, and your AR will continue to go down. So we got the sun on our face, but we're still going to continue the video. Listen, a lot of you will say AR doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I do this, I do that. That's cool. You, situationally, the app might be different for you, your market. You might be on the LOP, catering programs. You might have a different way of making money. Most DoorDash drivers don't have that benefit or luxury yet. So many of us, a lot of you, are telling me, I want to get that up because I want to see some better orders. I'm struggling. I want to try something different. Try to implement these things for a week or two. See if it works for you. If you want something different with the apps and the money you're making, you have to be willing to try different things. Don't take trash, but try different strategies and put them to work in your marketplace, and let me know how it's working for you. And having the Dash Now option can be really, really good. Plus, I've also believe when it's busy, if you have your ARs higher, it does prioritize you for orders. Doesn't mean they're good always. Doesn't mean they're always going to be bad, but you're giving yourself a better chance of seeing better orders. Don't take trash. I'm not saying that. Please don't. But these kind of things will allow you to maximize that app, maximize the money you can make, maximize that AR if you feel like you need to do that. If you're successful with DoorDash and your AR's 5%, you don't need to do anything if you're successful. If you feel like you're not making money with these apps, DoorDash specifically, try something different. What's it going to hurt? You're already failing. You're already not having success. So why not try something different? It's very simple. I hope this video helps some of you, especially you new people out there and you OGs that you've seen the apps change, saturation levels. I'm in a diamond zone now. They got these tier programs, Pedro. I don't like it. I hear you. I don't love it either. I don't like it either. But it is what it is. We have to be willing to chuck that pride and that ego and the emotion in the back seat and say, let me figure out how I really need to attack this in 2023 and then going into 2024, because things are going to continue to change. It's up to you and I to figure out how to navigate these apps and make them work to the best of the ability. Peace. And I want to put this at the end because I know some people won't understand or agree, and that's okay. We also have to remember there are some people that think that the apps are making everybody make about the same amount of money. So whether you have a 3% or a 73% AR and you work DoorDash full time, those drivers might make about the same amount of money. Now your profits could be different because you might be driving more if you're 83% versus a 3, but that's a whole nother time and a whole nother subject and a whole nother video. But there are a lot of people that think, and we're going to talk to UDM this week about that theory, that the apps are kind of controlling the money that you make because they want to spread the wealth and they want to make as many drivers as happy as possible. I say that because there might be some truth to that. I don't know. Another day, another video, another live. Check out the live this Sunday with my man UDM. It's going to be a fantastic conversation. And let me drop off these groceries and continue to make this money. Oh, and happy Halloween Eve.